You know, this is really an exciting event for me because 4 years ago, I went down this path of wanting to be the mayor. And when I was elected, I had no idea what an honor that would be. And I have had 4 of just marvelous, fantastic, challenging, but fun times that I've ever had in my life. And I want to thank you, the supporters that I have here in Clovis, and I know there's many, many more that could not be here because I've had many calls today, but thank you for coming out. And I have just a few words that I want to say. For the past 4 years, I've had the privilege and the pleasure to serve as your mayor. During that time, we have achieved many great things, addressing long, outstanding challenges and needs for our community. We have addressed economic development through the expansion of Southwest Cheese, which was a $100 million expansion that brought in 80 more jobs, and that's one of our top employers today. We also just announced just a couple of 3 weeks ago the Beauty Health Supply Company that's coming in and bringing over 300 jobs, and that is because we have worked on the infrastructure of our industrial park. We have completed many infrastructure projects throughout this community, and that's because we have absolutely made this a business-friendly community. And of course, we continually to work with Cannon Air Force Base and all their expansion plans, and I work tirelessly with all the people out there in the commander and making sure that their needs are met. As a community, we have worked hard to ensure our economy has remained stable over the past 4 years, ensuring the finances and resources are protected. Protecting our city's funding sources from cutbacks, both at the state and federal level, has been a priority, and we have had and will continue to work vigorously in this area. In fact, during the next legislative session, it has been said that they're going to try to go out and get what they call the whole harmless from cities, which would mean $2 million would be less to Clovis. And so we've worked tirelessly the past 4 years for that, and we'll do it one more year. Public safety has been of key importance during the past 4 years, and we have worked hard in the areas of recruitment and retention within both our police and fire departments to ensure we have an excellent pool of professional and talented police and firefighters, and they are there every step of the way. One of my greatest challenges as your mayor began actually, it was 2 months after I got elected when Hull Street Bridge fell down. Not totally, but big pieces of concrete. So they had to close it. And this bridge is of vital importance to our community. And you know what? This district, they were so excited that we fought so hard. And funding of this much overdue, I want you to know that this has been a priority and a problem for many years. So this overdue project, the funding had not been identified in the past. So as a result, we spent countless hours going to Santa Fe, talking to our legislature, talking to our governor on trying to get that funded. And you know what happened? We got the funding. We came in under $2 million under budget and had it completed in record time. And now the south side of town is connected to the north side and the east and west, and that was huge for our businesses and our people in that area. So we just couldn't be happier about that. Some of the more notable street projects, I think most of you know, Pyle and between 14th and 7th, 21st Street between Norris and Prince Street, and upcoming, you're actually going to see some orange barrels soon on Llano Estacado, between the roundabout and between Prince Street. Not that it needs it. There's not any wagon ruts in there, but you will actually start seeing that. And then Mabry Drive, as soon as we can get the state going, you're going to see that underway. Also, we have right now, as we speak, a $7 million much-needed upgrade and repairs to our wastewater treatment plant. I have worked extremely hard in fostering excellent working relationships with agencies in our community, and we have absolutely achieved great things. I can think one of the things when I was running is that our kids don't have anything. We used to have summer camps. We don't anymore. We used to do this with our kids. We don't anymore. Well, we've changed that. We worked hard, and we've brought in the YMCA one more time, and they've got a beautiful facility up at Hilltop. And that's for our kids, you guys. That's for our families. And we say that we're a city for families, and we truly are when we do these kind of things. Drive by the YRB. And I want you to do that today when you leave. That's your homework. Drive by the old youth recreation building and look at that. That is under renovation as we speak, and it should be finished by the end of January. That building sat there totally neglected for the past 20 years, not used. That's where we used to run our kids' camps out of, and that's going to happen once again this summer when our splash park is finished, when our dog park is finished. Actually, the dog park is going to be finished just in about a week. So when all of these things and our walking trails and our bike trails out at Hillcrest Park, the kids, they will have their summer programs out of the YRB one more time, and they can go out and enjoy all of the things. They can go to the zoo, they can go to the splash park, and they can go walking. We're going to get our kids well and have a wellness program for them, and it's going to be exciting times for our kids and families because, in my opinion, that's the #1 priority that our city should have. Then another thing that we've done, how long has Hotel Clovis sat there? And how exciting is that we worked for 10 years to find the solutions for the hotel. And in 2009, the building was remediated and a developer identified. Work on this incredible redevelopment in the downtown area will provide not only 30 housing units in the old hotel, but another 30 around the area. I drove by there today and they're spraying water on the dirt, so I think that means they're compacting it and they're going to start new construction as across from the Hotel South just as soon as possible. They have to have this project finished by the end of this year. December 31st, it will be done. And I know it will because it has to. But it's very scary. I'm glad I'm not the contractor on that. But our historic hotel will once again be the cornerstone of our downtown, and already signs of growth in other areas of the downtown can be seen. And I think you've seen Sidney Martin bought a building over there, the old Dr. Merritt's office, and then across the street there's new renovation going on all over, and that's because the catalyst will be Hotel Clovis, and we all knew that would happen when that renovation would start. Working with Cannon Air Force Base and addressing their growth needs through the Regional Growth Management Plan, which was adopted in 2009, particularly in the areas of housing and quality of life, has been both challenging and rewarding. We have been and will continue to be seeing much growth at Cannon Air Force Base. I want to tell you that they love it here. They love the training they can get. They love this base, and I really see this as their premier base within the next few years. You know, we have almost doubled in size out there. So it's been incredible the way that the city has stepped up to the plate over the last 4 years to make sure that we have the infrastructure there that they need. But, you know, one of the complaints that I had, and I know probably you have heard it too, is that they didn't think there was enough to do when they came into town. They like quality of life issues, and so that's one of the reasons that we've done what I just talked about on our parks plan and our YRB. The way that we had this funded, I approached the Sisler Foundation and received $500,000 to revitalize and reopen their youth recreation building. But a parks plan was put into place about 20 years ago. Actually, the study was, but then it sat on the shelf for the last 12 years. And then I don't like things sitting on the shelf if they don't have to be. And plus, the base was demanding some things. I mean, they wanted some things happening. Our community wanted to see some things happening. You know, we owe it to ourselves. If you travel around, other communities have walking trails. Other communities have things, and we deserve that. As a community, we deserve that. And so that's what we did. We went to work on that and try to come up with funding. There was a parks plan there that they said we needed an 18-hole golf course. And then when we had that, then we would close down the Muni. And actually, that was set a long time ago through prior commissioners, the former mayor, different people, thought that was a great plan to do that. Get an 18-hole course, but a new 18-hole course, you guys, that cost you about $12 to $14 million. We cannot do that because we need to be very frugal. I mean, I know that because we are in times that we need to make sure that the money, it's your money, it's public money, that is spent wisely. So we were able to buy the 18-hole golf course at $2.8 million, which was below appraisal, saved us much money there. Then we were able to do that. The Hillcrest Park will be one of the best premier family parks ever. You're going to have fishing areas around where the lakes are, family areas. That's the picnic area. The dog park is already up there. I would have you go out and drive through there and just look at what's going on. We're going to there will be a 3-park course. It's going to be kind of renovated back in that corner so the kids still get to go out and play golf, learn how to play golf, and then move on up to the 18-hole course. So I think the YMCA will maybe even be able to get their kids involved with the 3-park. Also, we're going to look at expanded soccer fields in that area, rugby fields, softball fields, a football field, walking trails. I had a lady call me today, and she said, "Can we go out and run yet at the park?" She said, "I love Green Acres. I mean, I love the Goodwin Lake trails, but I want to go out and run I need more mileage." And so I said, "Sure, it's open. Hillcrest Park is open to the public. You can go out there and run." She could not be more thrilled. I also received a card today, and I actually called the lady, she's here. She sent me a card thanking me for our work on Goodwin Lake Trails because she goes out there and walks it every other day. And then I have a friend here that told me, she came up to me the other day and thanked me for helping her make her healthy because she goes out and walks the Goodwin Trail just about every day. She takes her dogs out there. So these are the kind of things that we're doing, and it's been very well received with Cannon Air Force Base as well as our community. I want to tell you about the financial part of it. We refinanced some bonds. We were able to get a cheaper interest rate. We saved money in that respect. Pull out the money to pay and fund all of this without raising 1 cent in taxes. We did not raise 1 penny in taxes for all of our park stuff, all the stuff that we did. And I'm going to tell you that we've got several city commissioners here. Commissioner Chris Bryant, Fidel Madrid, and then I saw Bobby Sandoval, he's here somewhere. These guys made it happen and worked hard on making sure that that happened. So everything that you've seen, we've done. We have the funding in place. It can happen without any taxes. Now, thank you. And then, I think I've turned in kind of to a beggar. I've decided that because on the Goodwin Lake, that budget came in at $200,000. That was a bid that we got to do that trail. Well, we didn't have $200,000, so we went out and tried to get another bid, and we got it down to $125,000. Well, we still were a little short, like $100,000, and so so I went to lunch with the contractor, Ken Barnett. And he probably wondered why we were going to lunch, and I just pretty much begged him. I said, could you help us in any way? We really want that trail. This honestly has been a dream of mine for 20 years because I love that area out there, and I just thought it would be so much better served by the public being able to use it. So we went to lunch, and he got back with our public works guy, and he said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I can't donate the whole thing like the mayor wanted. I mean, I was like mooching. But he said, but what I can do, I'm going to sell you the asphalt at cost. So his cost was $26,000. We did that whole trail. I want you guys that go out there. We did that trail, and our guys put it down. Our public works, so you need to thank them. They put it down. They did it. Our city engineer designed it. And for $26,000, you have what you have out there, which the first estimate was $200,000. So we have been very fiscally conservative, and I want you to understand that. It's important to us, but it's also important that we do some things, that we move forward. And you see the fruits of our labor, which is our first dog park. We have our first humane society that's really working hard on our animal issues. I want to thank Linda Cross for putting all that together. We have skateboard parks, soccer, golfing opportunities. We just have so much for our recreational. And you guys, that's, my real job is a realtor. And I've been doing that for 37 years. But one of the things that people choose when they move to a community is what can I do? What can my kids do? What can my family do? They expect the streets to be drivable. They expect their commodes to flush, but they want things to do. And we tout that we're a family city, and that's what we're doing. We're making it a family city. I've worked hard at improving the accessibility of the mayoral position to the public by holding office hours at the library. Done that for about the past 6 weeks, and that has been very successful. Many people have been able to come and meet with me with their ideas, challenges, and concerns. This has been a tremendous benefit in obtaining input from the public about the future direction of our community. Another thing that we've done, I was the first mayor to do the public hours, also the first mayor to have a mayor's ball. And that has grown over the last 4 years, and this past year was just tremendous. We've had, what we've done is we raised money for charities. We've raised over $35,000 the past 4 years, and we've given money to the Hartley House, we've given money to the Humane Society, United Way, Main Street, and this year we gave it to Shop with the Cop, and then also to Nancy Taylor, the Food Bank. So we have done a tremendous effort in that way, just getting out there what we can do as this community. We've achieved stable and steady growth in Clovis over the past 4 years, and we've done some great things. But this has only been achieved by all of us working together. And one of the things that I really like to do is make sure that we all work together because it's a team. I can't do it. The county can't do it. The city can't do it. The chamber can't do it. But by all working together, we have created an atmosphere that we saw 15.6 growth in our census. That's unheard of for a rural eastern New Mexico town. We have today, Chase Gentry sent out to all the CIDC people our little report card for this year on, guess our gross receipts tax, you guys, are up our revenue that we've brought in is 4.5% up. I bet we're the only community in the state and in this region that can say that. So we see things going up, our population's going up, our permits grew, our housing permits, so we're on the right track and we need to stay on the right track. So I grew up in this city on the High Plains, graduated from high school. I see some old classmates. I'm not, of course, but, you know, Terry and some of Lynn Buzz and some others around here. But Jane, I saw Jane come in. So, but together, you guys, we're going to make it happen. I know the knowledge and the importance of hard work. I've done it the last 4 years. I've put my heart and soul into this job. I know the bonds of friendship because I've made many, many friends through this last 4 years, just like I have over the last however old I am, being here in Clovis. And the commitment in getting things done because I am that type. When I ran 4 years ago, I ran on, it's on the back of your sheet, there were 5 things that I ran on. And you could check off every one of those because we've either completed or we're working on everything that I ran on. And so my slogan is promises made. What is it? Promises made, promises kept. I was going to say promises kept, promises made, but it's the other way. So anyway, so as you can see, I made promises 4 years ago to what I was going to do as your mayor, and I have kept my promises. So as your mayor, I am deeply cognizant of the trust that you've placed in me. Over the next 4 years, I will continue to be the city steward, its gatekeeper, and actually its cheerleader, because I love this town, and I can do that. And in conducting the great work we have started over the past 4 years to completion, with the utmost professionalism, ensuring always that our city remains a heart for a community, for the family. So I am proud to announce today that I am going to run 4 more years. I want 4 more years. I want 1 more term. I think I've worked hard. I think we've all worked hard for that. And I have nothing but good for what I see for the city. I believe our future is before us. We have so many great things. I see Lonnie Leslie standing back there and his commitment to the school system. What a great school system we have, and we work together. We were there helping on supporting the school system with their decisions this past year and where to put all of their new $80 million that they get. The community college, we have a great working relationship, and Dr. Rowley, congratulations to you on being the president. We're thrilled to have you on board. So again, I just want to thank everyone for coming out. And I will do my very best. I know it's going to be a hard fight. It really is. I know that. Of just the way that things have occurred in the last few days. But that's okay because I'm up for it and we're going to win it. And I want to thank you for coming out and thank you for your support. And I ask for your vote, and you have to go get 50 other people to vote. Okay, that's your homework. So with that, my signs are on their way. They'll be in about a week. And so we will be getting signs out. They'll be at my office at the Coldwell Banker. And so please come by and we'll get signs out. I've ordered 300 and I want them out there. I've got 10 4x4s that's going to be ready within the next few days. I've got billboards. We have ads. So we're going to go after this with all that I have because I want 4 more years for this great community. I want to thank my family who's back there, my parents, my husband who's here, and my grandkids, Kate and Nicholas. Without them, I absolutely could not do this. And I just want to say real quickly that we spent a week, actually 8 days, at a beach house in California this past week. It was my parents' 60th wedding anniversary. And we were there, all of my family, my sister, everyone. And I will tell you that there's nothing more important than family. Absolutely nothing. And I could not do anything without my family and friends. So again, thank you for coming, and go vote. March the 6th. Thank you.